podcast, I like to speak about Black businesses, Black organizations, whoever I can find that's, putting their best foot forward to do the right thing for our community. I think economics is extremely important to Black society as we move forward. If any of us or any of you guys do the numbers, where we stand economically compared to other races of people is pretty low. So I like to do my due diligence and find Black businesses who are qualified. And like I always say, it's not just about supporting a Black business, because you want the quality to be there too, right? So it's not just about supporting your buddy who got a business. We want to do good business. We want to find ourselves creating generational wealth. And the only way to do that is make our businesses comparable to all businesses around, not just Black businesses, but all businesses around, right? So for the first business today, and like I said last week, I am going to do each business I promote, I'm going to do it 2 weeks in a row. Just like I said, I want to give the business owners the maximum amount of exposure that my platform will allow. So for the first business, this is a brother I spoke about last week, and a brother that I know personally. He has a clothing line called krcollections.com. You can find the clothes there. It's called King's Ransom is the name of his clothing line. I think, and this is a brother named King Miller. I really like his clothing line because it has the Heru Falcon, the Horus Falcon, as his logo. He deals a lot with, Egyptian gods and things of that nature. So his shirts will have different logos on them with Egyptian gods, different slogans. He has a lot of different joggers. He has a really nice short sleeve hoodie that I'm about to buy. And the thing about his clothing line, again, it's krcollection.com. King's Ransom is the name of the clothing line. The thing about it is I've been able to purchase some of his clothes in this really, really high quality clothing family. So we know in our community, we like the name brands. We like all the designer things, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with anybody getting a Gucci bag, or that's not how I roll personally. But if that's what you're into, that's fine. Just make sure you give in local designers or designers that have clothing that you think is hot. Make sure you give them a chance too. Just because it's not name brand, or just because it isn't a bigger brand than what it is, doesn't mean that it's not dope. We got to understand that when it comes to culture and when it comes to trend setting, we set the trend. So whatever we wear is what this world considers to be dope. So take a look at my boy's website. It's krcollection.com. He just dropped his fall collection, which, like I said, he has hoodies, t-shirts. He has a nice joggers with the Heru Falcon on it. Real fly historical gear. I always like to see brothers tapping into our history because, I think a lot of us don't take time to do that enough. So please go support my boy with King's Ransom Clothing. The website is krcollection.com. We know the holidays is about to come. So do yourself a favor, go to the website, buy yourself a shirt or something for somebody in your family. Now, for the second business, this is more of an organization, brother. This is my boy Sylvester, who, when I was doing my interviews where I was just interviewing fathers, I had the pleasure of interviewing this brother about fatherhood. And when we first interviewed, his organization, Black Father Nation, was just an idea. Since then, he's launched the organization. He's had several events. So I just want to give my brother some love. He has an organization called BlackFatherNation.com. Now, he's in Minnesota. And like I always say, the businesses I promote will be some local to where I'm at in Sacramento. It'll be some that's around the country. The point is, I want to point out what these brothers and sisters is doing. And if you come across a business that I talk about that you do not have in your city, that you do not have one close to you, that may be all the motivation you need to start something like that yourself. Now, my brother Sylvester, he runs Black Father Nation out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, I think. His organization helps Black fathers and fathers in general, so he helps everybody. He helps them with job leads. He helps with parenting advice, legal resources. He has different events. He had a really cool event a couple weeks ago where him and the beautician primarily, was teaching fathers how to do their daughter's hair, because we know in our community sometime if you're in a position where you're a single father or you're a man and you have your little girl all the time, how will we know how to do hair, right? So having an event where you show fathers how to do hair, I think was fantastic. He does different things like go to different parks in his community and just clean up the park. And for me, family, that's the most important thing. As a community, as Black society, we need to find ways to support each other. We need to find ways to help out. So maybe you don't have the wherewithal to start an organization or do something like that, but you can still go to the park and pick up garbage. You can still go volunteer somewhere. You can still be a coach for kids in your neighborhood. I think as Black men, we get a bad rap in society, and we know how racism, white supremacy works. Everybody's aware of that, but we can take the onus in our own hands and do things. I see a lot of people on social media, and that's a part of it, right? Like speaking out against injustice, speaking out about what you don't like in this world. I get it, but we all need to go from maybe being active online to being active in real life. So find something in your community you can do to help out. That's a big reason why I talk about the businesses and the organizations, because I think all of us need to figure out a way to help out. If we had all hands on deck, we'd be out of some of this shit a long time ago. You feel me? So go to blackfathernation.com. Tap in with my boy Sylvester. If you're in the area, tap in with him to see what he got going on. If not, go to his Instagram page, follow him, tell him you've been watching him, give him some words of encouragement. You feel me? Sometimes when we're in positions where we're starting businesses and we're new to it, and we don't come from generational wealth, so we don't know how some of the organizational factors work. Once we get into that mode and we start doing it, sometimes the best thing you can do for somebody is just tell them keep going. Just tell them, hey, bro, I see what you're doing. You feel me? So if you're not in the Minnesota area, please still follow my boy Sylvester. It's at Black Father Nation on Instagram. The website is blackfathernation.com. Now, on to the interview for the day.